Satnam, all you conscious, sensitive, awakening beings and wonders. Mandeep here, coming to you from the heart of the golden, living, delightful city of Las Vegas, the home of revolutionary Uranus ideas and actions. So I'm coming to you today because I want to share with you about Kriya. This yoga that I am just obsessed with, which is Kundalini yoga, is a Kriya yoga, meaning a Kriya is a set, it's a very specific, intentional set or application of movement, breath, mudra, meditative visualization, and it all is designed to have a specific outcome. So it's a very, it was a very secretive art, this Kriya yoga, these Kriya traditions and practices. And then it really, at the turn of the 19th century, Sri Yukteswar was primarily responsible to start to open up to the public and teaching the Kriya traditions to general public teachings. And Paramahansa Yogananda was a very powerful guru who came over and began teaching the Kriya system to the Westerners. And then also Yogi Bhajan came in the late 60s to the United States and began teaching the Kundalini yoga system, which is also a Kriya system. It's the art of yoga, and when I say that, it's a variety of applications that create this on this canvas, which is your mental state, your physical state, your energetic state, and it creates this amazing art, and it's an experiential practice. So we're going to explore that today. And I really love my Kriya practice. I have a very simple practice that I do every day, and I also combine that with a very specific breath work as well as a meditation that I've been doing for a very long time. So I wanted, though, to share with you just a little bit of an example and an explanation of what Kriya is, first and foremost, because if we break down yoga, it's body, mind, and spirit. Well, body is referencing the physical practice of this spiritual discipline, which is movement and asana, and really developing your body in a way that it becomes a fit receptacle to hold all this heightened energy and then consciousness of the mind, that the body will follow the mind. So they both work in application together. And then spirit, you're reconnecting back into your soul source, into your spirit. However you want to describe that or relate to that as a spiritual practice, as a spiritual being having a human experience. And we often in this practice refer to God, G-O-D, which is the generating, organizing, and delivering or / destroying primal energy force. And it is divine masculine, it is divine feminine, it is everything, it is one. So the G-O-D we refer to, and we as yogis feel and know that we are God, that we do contain and are a manifestation of this creative force. So this is a way for you to reconnect to your soul and really have an understanding and an awareness of what your true purpose is for your soul to experience in this physical body with this master computer of the mind, working through all of your programs that we're constantly, being influenced by. But this Kriya that I want to share with you today is a really simple one to do. In fact, it's called a short, sweet Kriya to get your energy moving. And it's a great one to do before you get ready for bed, because I do recommend that you do some unwinding as you're getting ready for bed. There's lots of rituals that you can do to get ready for bed, but this is, and so you could add this to your methods of unplugging and unwinding to get ready to get a good night's sleep and rest so that you regenerate and get ready for the next day, which upon awakening, you can again do the same Kriya, because it will get your everything online. It gets the chakras online. It gets the glandular system operational. It really cleanses the body and gets things moving in that way for you to have your elimination first thing in the morning. And then it really sets your tone of your mental state and your attitude for the rest of the day. And it keeps your body nicely stretched and flexible. So, you know, the primary focus in the body for the yoga to be designed, that the yoga is designed to affect and work with, is the spine. The spine is the conduit of light and energy. It contains the chakra energies. It is the central system, communication system of everything in the body. All the nervous system wires through it, the energy channels flow through it, and it directly connects, the spine connects your energies from the realms of earth into the realms of heaven. And it all goes from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And then we have the brain that's connected into that as well. So there's a lot going on in the spine for sure. And if you have to keep your spine flexible and keep it to where it's healthy. So if you, let's just say that you have a very physical job, then I think it's really important for you to have, like maybe you're on your feet all day, perhaps working, for example, at a hospital or in an office situation where the opposite, where you have to sit a lot. You need to do things, take breaks and do things to just stretch and flex your spine for sure. So this is a great Kriya for you to know about. Now, if you would like a copy of it to be PDF'd to you, so you have it, and you can put it into your phone or your device or wherever it is that you would like to have access to it 24/7, just make a comment to us here, and I'm happy to send it to you because it's readily available, and it's got groovy pictures too, so you can follow along. Plus, you can always reference this video. All right, so anytime that we get ready to do a Kundalini practice, it is a very specific methodology. It is a technology. So the first thing that we do is we tune in. And why do we tune in? Because we need to set ourselves, set our minds, set our energy into this space of present moment awareness, first and foremost. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And when we create these frequency-coded sounds, we start to elevate our frequency. Everything is frequency. Kriya is designed to elevate your frequency. And then when we create this tune-in mantra, it's a very devotional practice of tuning in to the teachers. Yourself as the teacher, the past teachers, and the teachers of the future. And so we align within what we refer to as the golden chain or the golden pool. And we connect into that chain and we take our place within that chain. Because as yogis now in the Aquarian age, we are our own teacher. We self-initiate. We are the guru. So again, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher within me. I bow to the teachers present, past, and future. So we tune in, and the tune-in can simply be like this. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. You could even do it silently if you needed to. If you're in a space where maybe you're in a living space that you share tightly with other people, and you want to be mindful and considerate and not, be getting up in the morning early and doing your practice and creating a lot of noise. You could totally whisper it or even just do it silently. But it's important that you tune in 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And take a deep breath in, please. Holding your breath, squeezing your body. This is activating everything. Exhale. And then this is optional, this next mantra, but I do recommend that you do it because it puts an amazing, again, frequency in your auric field. And it also serves as the connecting force or the connecting vehicle for your internal energies that you've just ignited and you just awakened and you've just created a certain frequency. Through this connector that we have here at our hairline, which is known as the arc line. It's the 6th body in the 10-body system. It's your halo, and it contains destiny and fate imprinted here. But this is a connector, and it connects everything internal into the external field that surrounds you. This external field is really important. It's known as your auric field. Your auric field. It's your own personal EMF, and this field is magnetically attractive and it's also magnetically protective. So when you do this next mantra, it activates that field as a shield and as a magnetic attractor. So I do recommend that you do this every time when you start your practice. Also, I recommend you do this when you go to get in your car or you go to step outside of your home, your living space, or your office for that matter. So we start on the left, we go behind, we go to our right, and we go to the front. And then at the same time that we're doing all 4 directions, we're also visualizing above us and below us, expanding and becoming very brightly radiant. And that in turn expands even further out and expands into our radiant body, which extends 25 miles in all directions. So these are very powerful tools of igniting your light. Okay, so let's do this. This is known as the Mangala Charn mantra, and we do it 3 times. Adigade name, Jugadagade name, Satagade name, Sirigodadeve name, Adigade name, Jugadagade name, Satagade name, Sirigodadeve name, Adigade name, Jugadagade name, Satagade name, Sirigodadeve name. Inhale. Holding your breath, again squeeze your body, expanding your light. And exhale. If you're doing your practice in a group, you can visualize that all of the light comes and merges into one pristine point, and then you beam that light to infinity and beyond. It's optional, of course. But when you are doing your practice on a singular, know that you're never alone, and you can also visualize that connection through the light, through our soul frequency, and again, expanding that light and beaming to infinity and beyond as one singular point of light from planet Earth. All right, so that's a tune in, and now you're set and you're ready to go. So the first thing that we're going to do is this front stretch left. You'll notice that I was sitting up on a cushion. My hips are very tight. They always have been my whole life. So when I sit for long periods of time on the floor, I elevate my hips, and it's very helpful for me. Okay, so my left leg is stretched out, and I'm going to bring my right foot into the inside of my left thigh. And it doesn't have to be all the way up to the groin, but if you're super flexible and can bring the heel up into the groin, then that's great. Now you're going to stretch forward. And again, I'm not going to reach all the way to my toes, because if I do, I'm going to compromise my alignment of my spine. So instead, I'm going to keep my spine lengthened and stretching forward and place either hand on either side of my leg. And I'm just stretching down. And then from here, I'm just going to breathe long and deep, closing the eyes and focusing at the third eye point. I'm here for 1 minute. I'm continuing to stretch down. And you'll feel this energy flow and the stretch literally going up the left leg, into the groin on the right. It just literally comes up into the groin on the right and then goes up the right side of the spine into the base of the skull. So I want you to pay attention to that flow. And make sure that your alignment, the way that you have your body positioned, is effective for you to feel that flow from the inner ankle on the left foot, the left leg, all the way up, the back of the left leg crosses over into the right side of the sacrum and groin, and up the right side of the spine into the base of the skull. Breathe deeply. Keep stretching down. A few more seconds. Good, and then slowly release. Very good. We're going to go to the right now. So you'll switch. And now the right leg is out. And the left leg is tucked inside of the right thigh. The left foot is on the inside of my right thigh. Now, it's a whole different experience on this side. My left knee is already talking to me. Okay, so good. So I'm just going to stretch down nice and easy, checking in with my alignment. Shoulders relaxed, chest open. I'm leading with the heart. My spine is lengthened, and I feel the lengthening from the tailbone to the crown. It's all one nice vertical line. And reaching with both hands on either side now, the right leg, and just start breathing and stretching. We're here for 1 minute. If you're finding that your mind is ping-ponging and going in 1,000,005 different directions, which is very normal if it does that, you can direct the mind with an internal vibration of Sat and Nam on the breath. So when you inhale, you vibrate Sat, and when you exhale, you vibrate Nam. So if you find that you're going into this whole rabbit hole of planning or going over what happened over your day, something super pissed you off, or whatever, you're just starting to get all tangled up in that, Sat, Nam, because you really just want to focus, be here now, feel the energy moving in the body, and just be in your body fully present. This is the practice, yeah? So now we feel the energy moving up the inner right leg, crossing into the left groin and up the left side of the spine into the base of the skull. And then, we just want to be sure to feel this alignment. Know your alignment is accurate. Breathing deeply. Keep stretching down. If you're comfortable reaching your toes, then just reach for your toes. In this case, I'm just going to have my legs on either side of the calf, either side of my shin. A few more seconds. Good, and then slowly coming up. Good. Now we'll go back into that same posture, left leg extended, right foot on the inside of the left thigh. But this time we're going to reach with our left arm and bring the right arm behind us and wrap it, the back of the hand, around the waist. If you're really flexible, you can reach around and literally grab hold of the thigh. But that's okay if you can't, because we're just going to stretch and lean. So reaching now for the left toes, hooking your fingers around the left big toe if you can, and stretching the right. So that's going to be too much for me right now. So I'm just going to adjust and modify and bring my left hand on the inside of the left thigh and use it for leverage as I twist. Right shoulder goes back, and my right arm, back of the hand is on the waist. It's going, just sliding forward. And I'm tilting to the left and breathing. Deep breath. Breathing in Sat, breathing out Nam. And continue to stretch to the left. This is putting some pressure on the kidneys and the liver. These initial stretches are great for your metabolism and the lower systems of the body, sex organs and your elimination systems. Also, whenever we stretch the legs, it's fantastic to increase the circulation in the legs because they have a direct connection and correlation to the brain. All right, and then coming up, and we'll go to the other side. So just unwind, and then go to the other side. So now the right leg is extended, left foot on the inside. We're going to take the right hand, place it on the inside of the right leg, and twisting, turning to the left, and reaching and stretching to the right. Long, deep breath. And again, just observe, each side is going to be a completely unique experience. We lift up through the ribs and the side and then stretch over. Breathing deeply. Breathing in Sat. Breathing out Nam. I am truth. Truth is my identity. It's an affirmation. It's a very, very powerful affirmation. Keep going. Slow the breath down. The more you can slow your breath down, the more the mind will relax. And your body as well. All right, and slowly release and unwind. Good. Now, come and sit in easy pose, and we'll do basic spinal flex. So I'm going to lift my hips up just a little bit on this folded blanket that I have, and then taking your hands and cupping them under the knees, all right? This will help to keep the arms fairly straight and stabilize you to be able to flex the spine forward and back. So we're going to inhale and flex the spine forward. The rib cage lifts. Throat opens a little bit. Chin lengthens forward. And then exhale. Keep the head fairly neutral. And you're flexing back. Bringing the navel point in. Flexing back. Inhale. Exhale. Keep a firm hold on the knees. You're going to feel this movement in the mid-back. This is fantastic for the stomach. It's fantastic to work on the lower part of the lungs, starting to build the energy and clear the energy in the lungs. The mid-back, as I said, around the heart, and the stomach. Breathing powerfully through the nose. You're rocking back and forth on the sit bones, which stimulates the metabolism, the digestion. Good. Now inhale, come to center, take a real deep breath in. Hold your breath, squeeze the rectum, lift the sex organs, pelvic floor, navel in and up. And relax. Good. Now, we'll come and lie down on our back for cross crawl. This is wonderful to do to coordinate your motor function with the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. All right, so you just lay down straight. And we'll bring our arms overhead. Actually, we're going to have our arms by the side. We're going to bring the right leg up and the left arm up and over, touching the back of the hand to the floor behind you. And then exhale down and repeat to the left. Left knee comes up, right arm comes all the way up and over, touching the back of the hand to the floor. And we're going to go at a nice rhythmic pace. Inhale and exhale. If you want a little more movement, you can do full leg extended. Up to you. Knee bent is just fine. Maybe alternate. Couple more. This is balancing the electromagnetic field as well. Good. Now inhale, legs down, arms by your side, deep breath in, tighten the body, and exhale, and roll yourself up. Good, and flip over onto all fours. Now this particular asana is my favorite, and I do this every single day. It's known as the cat-cow, and it is its own contained Kriya, all right? So this is a whole series of movements that create this dynamic Kriya of the short, sweet Kriya to get the energy moving. But I do want to point out to you that this particular posture, the cat-cow, can be done as a standalone. All right, so hands under the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. You want to put the weight into your fingertips. Take it out of the wrist. Use your thumbs. Use your index, Jupiter fingers. Use the little fingers. Use the middle finger. Use the fingers, right? And then the knees are hip width. Tops of the feet are on the floor, and your heels are touching. We're going to exhale and really arch up. Pull the navel up to the spine. Drop the head. Squeeze around the throat. And then inhale, arch the spine opposite, arching it down. Press down with the hands. Lift up through the head. Open the throat. Keep your eyes to the third eye. Let's breathe through the nose powerfully. Go in a rhythm that feels good. Smooth and steady. Vibrate Sat, vibrate Nam. Inhale, stretching the head up. Press the tongue to the roof of the mouth, arching the spine down. Hold. Exhale. Bring the navel up to the spine. Push all the breath out. Press the tongue. Good. And relax. Now we're going to come into baby pose. Baby pose is where you can do baby pose a couple of different ways. You can open, I want you to open the knees first of all, and then you can bring your arms to where they're folded and your head is just going to rest on your folded arms. Or you can bring your head all the way down and let your arms rest by your sides, palms up. Breathe deeply either way. And when you're breathing, I want you to feel the breath in the back, and I want you to hear the breath in this chamber that you're creating in this posture. Really breathe in the belly. Feel the belly expand and contract. Just relax. And then slowly bring yourself up. And come and have a seat, and we'll roll our shoulders. We're coming to the end of this Kriya. Actually, we're going to do washing machine now, which is a fantastic move to really get the Kundalini balanced and work again on the shoulders and the upper back. So we're starting to generate the energy to move up through the chakras. So we'll inhale and exhale. Fingers on the shoulders, fingers in the front, thumbs in the back, and we're twisting with the elbows maintaining a shoulder height. We're inhaling left, exhaling right. Head is moving, eyes to the third eye. Keep your chest lifted, chin slightly drawn in. Really keep the spine lengthened in this posture movement. Working on the upper spine now, around the upper part of the lungs, around the armpit, working on the lymphatic system. Inhale, center. Hold your breath. Squeeze the rectum. Lift the sex organs, pelvic floor, navel in and up. Lift up through the chest. Draw the chin in. Press the tongue. Consolidate around the heart. And then exhale and relax. Right now we'll do some shoulder rolls. And you just want to roll, hands on the knees. Just roll the shoulders. Let's start rolling them forward. It's nice and easy. Inhaling and exhaling. Coordinate your breath with your movement. Coordinate the movement with the breath. Just be fully present in your body and your breath. And that's your focus. Okay, go the other way. Just unwind, release any tension in the shoulders, opening up the fifth chakra, the throat. Starting to bring more circulation into the cervical spine. Good. Now inhale and squeeze up. And then exhale and relax. And very important, you take a moment and you have a relaxation. This is an important part of any Kriya practice, is that you give yourself the time to integrate. So, you can place a little something behind the knees if you need a little bit more support for your low back. And as you lie down, maybe you want to have a little something behind your head, a little something under the neck. You want to open up the arms, open up the legs, let the feet fall out to the sides, palms are up. Jaw is relaxed. And just let yourself deeply, deeply soften and let go. Just this is the integration of all your practices of this Kriya. Long, deep breath through the nose. Here for about 1 minute. Good, and then to come out of your relaxation, I'm going to start just being focused on your breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and the ankles, both directions. Bend the knees up to the chest, rub the feet together, bring the hands over the heart, rub them together too. Good, and then keeping the knees up, open the arms out in a T, and drop your knees to the left, look to the right, you can bring your hand over if you like. You can stretch out the bottom leg, just bring the upper knee over a little more. I just like to keep mine both down, it feels really good that way for me. And then come up with an inhale, and go to the other side. And again, look the opposite direction. You can use your hand to gently assist. Give a little deeper of a stretch and adjustment. Deep breath. And then bring the knees back up again. And hug them in and just gently rock side to side. Good, and then it's great to rock and roll on the spine. So we'll rock up and rock back. And do this a few times. And one more. Good. So, oh man, I feel great. I'm ready to go to bed, or I'm ready to start my day. I could go either way at this point. I feel really balanced, in other words. So that is a great example of a simple Kriya to do, and you can do that on the daily. You can just memorize it and do it every single day. I mean, I really encourage you to do some sort of a practice every day that keeps your physical body in great shape and healthy. And then, work with your mind as well, and work with your breathing so that everything is in alignment with your body, mind, and spirit. And you really start to develop this beautiful deep connection with your source, with your soul, with your spirit. And within that connection, you feel connected to all, and maybe it's not so lonely feeling anymore. So you could follow that with another meditation if you like. That's typically my practice, and maybe we'll get into that next week, what that looks like. But there are literally thousands and thousands of these Kriyas that you can choose from within the Kundalini system. And there are quite a lot of them available on the internet. But again, this channel in particular, my YouTube channel for the Kundalini Sanctuary, is a really valuable resource for you to turn to and get authentic teachings that are accurate and profoundly transformative. So I encourage you to check out the channel. There's a lot of content on the channel that's there from when I had my studio before in the Arts District on Main Street. But I'm going to continue to keep these videos coming to you, a little bit of a different capacity, but nonetheless, always stay connected, right? So to finish your practice, this is important also. We just simply close with one long Sat Nam. Sat Nam. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Until we meet again in the light of our hearts, thank you so much for joining me on this meditation and this video rather for Kriya and all about Kriya. What is a Kriya? And literally giving you a Kriya that you can, again, if you want for me to share this with you via PDF, just send me a comment and we'll make it happen. All right, we'll see you next week. Sat Nam.